The NASCAR AllStar Race format has been revealed, the qualifying, practice as well, and also, of course, the race. The AllStar Race is once again going to be held at Texas Motor Speedway. I was there for it last year. I might be there for it this year. But yeah, last year was a really whack format. They had inverts, they had percentages, they had pit stop times, like determining the lineups, and they had like 7 or 8 stages for a 100-lap race. It was very confusing. This year, it's not confusing. It's very straightforward. It's actually kind of fun. And hopefully the cars are better at Texas. So, you know, I'm now optimistic about this thing because of this format. So, let's look at the practice qualifying. Practice, it's 15 to 20 minutes. The first session is for the cars in the open. The second session is for the cars in the actual All-Star race. It's going to be normal for the All-Star Open. If you win a stage, there's going to be 3 stages, 20, 20, 10. And if you win a stage, you go to the All-Star race, and then there's the fan vote, of course. So for round 1 of qualifying, it's going to be simple, single car, 1 lap for each team in reverse of the owner points. The top 8 advance to a head-to-head elimination style bracket, which I don't know if I've ever seen in NASCAR. So what does that mean? That means the top 8 qualifiers from round 1 will be in an elimination bracket that features 2 cars staged in a side-by-side pit stall near the end of pit road. Pit crews will perform a 4-tire stop and drivers exit pit stall onto the track with no speed limit. Remember, they used to like rip it off 3 and 4 at Charlotte, and they'd go down all the way down pit lane to pit stall, and they get their pit stop done. But it looks like it's going to be on the exit, not the entrance. But either way, no pit speed limit is always fun as long as it's not dangerous. First car to the finish line advances to the next round, and the final pairing will compete for the pole. So it's kind of like, you know, March Madness. You got the Elite 8, you're going to go down to the Final 4, then you're going to go down to the last 2, you know? It's going to be fun. So I think that's actually a really fun format for qualifying. I like the single car. You know, you do 2 laps or 3 laps or however many it is with the green flag pit stop, but you get to go full speed. But I think this is going to be really fun too. I hope it's open to the public. I hope the public's able to access it, because if I do go that weekend, I will definitely be at that, because that will be fun. But yeah, racing for the pole, one-on-one is going to be epic. Imagine if it's like, you know, Kevin Harvick and Chase Elliott. If this was like last year, or Hamlin and Bowman from last year. You know, I'm trying to think of rival. What if it's like Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski? That would be crazy, but I think like 20 guys are automatically qualified for the All-Star race already, which is past All-Star champions, past Cup champions, winners from last year and winners from this year. I think that alone is like 20 spots. And of course, if we get 2 new winners in the next 2 weeks, so if like Suarez and Reddick win, that'd be 22 locked spots, so 26 cars in the All-Star race. That would be crazy. Now on to the All-Star race. Stage 1 will be a 25-lap stage, with the winner of Stage 1 getting the pole position for the final stage. The winner of Stage 2 would be this outside pole for the final stage, and the winner of Stage 3 would start 3rd in the final stage. And then there's a pit stop challenge. Each stage is 25 laps apiece, by the way, until the last stage. That will be 50 laps. But also, another thing about it is if you win a stage, you can't just like drop to the back and like avoid any type of crashes or anything. You have to finish in the top 15 in every single stage in order to keep your pole position, your 2nd place, your 3rd, which I thought was really interesting and also really smart, because let's be honest, if you win Stage 1, you're not going to want to put yourself at risk and potentially wreck out of the race just to, you know, be out. You would probably drop to the back and just hope not to get lapped in a 25-lap stage. So NASCAR is saying, you know what? You can't just do that. You can't just sit in the back of the field. And as we said, there could be a potential of 26 cars in this race. So, you know, you're going to actually have to fight to stay in the top 15 if you do win one of these stages, and especially for all 3. Then the final stage will be 50 laps. But for the 4th place starter in the All-Star final stage, it's going to be based off a pit crew challenge. Remember, last year they did it where the winner of the pit crew challenge and the final pit stop under caution before the final stage started, the fastest pit stop, the team got $100,000. This year, each team must pit and perform a 4-tire stop. The team with the shortest time on pit road wins the pit crew award, and the driver will start 4th in the final stage as long as he finishes 15th or better in Stage 3. So yeah, You got that, and then the final stage, 50 laps. Winner gets $1 million as always. And then there's a little other kind of gimmick in here. If no natural caution occurs between laps 15 and 25 of the final stage, NASCAR will call an all-star competition caution. Now, the All-Star Race is the place to do experimenting, okay? I'm not a fan of like made-up cautions and stuff like in a cup points-paying race, but the All-Star Race, who cares? It's for fun. It's not even counting for points. It's for $1 million. If you don't win, it doesn't mean anything. If you finish third, you can't go, oh, good points day, or oh, top 5. The goal is to win. If you don't win, what a useless weekend. Not useless, but, you know, so what? So, you know, I think it's fun to test things out during the All-Star weekend, wherever it may be, whether it's Bristol, Charlotte, Texas, if they do it somewhere else next year. So I think it's going to be fun format, but that's all I got for today. Hopefully it's a fun race. Hopefully I can be there, give you some footage from it, but if not, hope you have a great rest of your day. Night, morning, wherever you're watching this from. But thanks for all the support from the past weekend. It was a really good weekend for the channel, so thanks for that. And yeah, subscribe if you're new, you like auto racing. We talk about it a lot on here. And yeah, see you in the next video.